Happening now, the manhunt continues for Grant Hardin. He's been on the run for 6 days since his escape from the North Central unit in Calico Rock, Arkansas on Sunday. He hasn't been seen or heard from since then. The Arkansas Department of Corrections shared the photo on the right captured during the escape. They believe he was disguised as a corrections officer when he was allowed to walk away from the prison. The search will begin its second week starting tomorrow, and as efforts continue to expand with more time passing, authorities are urging the public to remain vigilant. Hardin has several connections to our area. He was serving prison sentences for a murder and rape that happened in Benton County. He also worked as a law enforcement officer in Gateway near the Missouri border. As always, you can follow updates from the Department of Corrections and developments that in the search as soon as it comes into our newsroom with our free 5 News smartphone app and of course on our website. States to our west are in the grip of a blistering heat wave. The triple-digit temperatures are fueling wildfire dangers, and summer doesn't officially start for a few weeks. Elise Preston has the latest.
Crews struggle to control a quick-spreading fire in San Diego County. More than 300 acres of rugged hillside have already burned, with several neighborhoods under mandatory evacuation orders. In Canada, a ferocious start to wildfire season with wind-whipped flames burning in 3 provinces, Alberta, Saskatchewan, and Manitoba. Roughly 175 fires this week have forced at least 17,000 people to evacuate.
And now turning to our neighbors from the south to help us in our time of need.
About 22 million Americans in Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, the Dakotas, Ohio, and Illinois are under air quality alerts because of the hovering smoke from the Canadian wildfires. While the West bakes, powerful storms are pounding the east with heavy rain in Maryland and high winds in Florida. And Kentucky cleanup is underway after a tornado fire killed at least 1 and injured several others.
Summer does not begin until June 20th, but already Phoenix has experienced 14 100-degree days or hotter. Elise Preston, CBS News, Los Angeles.
New tonight, we're following developments on potential ceasefire talks between Israel and Hamas. According to White House officials, Hamas is asking to make changes to the latest offer from Israel. The changes focus on timing of hostages releases and removal of Israeli forces from Gaza. The White House says the Israelis are not likely to accept the changes. The war between the countries started in October of 2023 and is now in its 20th month. President Donald Trump also signed off on a deal allowing a Japanese company to buy U.S. steel. He says the terms of the deal could save tens of thousands of jobs nationwide, and the company will continue to base its operations out of the United States. The president says he plans to double tariffs on imported steel, a move he says that is intended to secure the U.S. steel industry. On top of that, today, the Trump administration signed off on new COVID-19 booster shots for the country's most at-risk populations. The shots will start going out to senior citizens and high-risk patients ahead of the fall's cold and flu season. It's still not clear if booster shots will be available for the rest of the population. Now, May is Better Sleep Month, and tonight our Verify team is looking into common myths about sleep as we close out the month. Megan Bragg verifies the impact of those nights we stay up later than we should and how it affects our health.
Well, some people are night owls, others are early birds, but how can this affect your sleep? Let's verify. Verify, we went to the Cleveland Clinic, Dr. Carla Robinson with Urban House Call, and cardiologist Dr. Paul Coley. Everyone is different when it comes to sleep.
Some people feel better when they wake up super early and go to bed on time, so they're kind of early risers, and other people feel better and more sort of rested and restored if they do the opposite schedule. There's also some people who have something called short sleeper, which is that they don't need a lot of sleep.
But it can have adverse health effects if you don't get enough sleep. The Cleveland Clinic mentions a greater risk of conditions like depression. Dr. Robinson says there's a lot of other impacts as well.
We do know that sleep deprivation as a whole certainly has been linked to many health conditions like diabetes, high blood pressure, obesity, and many other issues. And so we know that for people who tend to be night owls, they may not get the full recommended 7 to 9 hours of sleep per night.
Both doctors have recommendations for getting on a better sleep schedule.
Do not use screens within 2 hours of bedtime, because whether you're a night owl or you go to bed on time, you are disrupting your circadian rhythm by doing that.
Whether you're a night owl or you're someone who's an early riser, we recommend trying to have a sleep schedule that's maintained throughout the entire week, even on the weekends. And that helps to keep your body within a rhythm. Your body gets used to it.
The Cleveland Clinic also says it's crucial to bring up any long-term sleep problems to your doctor. With your Verify, I'm Megan Bragg.
All right, that's good to know. The deadline to get your property assessed is almost here. State law requires all personal cars, boats, trailers, RVs, livestock, farm, and business equipment to be assessed by your county by May 31st of each year. If you miss the deadline, there's a 10% penalty. But this year's deadline has been pushed to this Monday, June 2nd, due to the 31st falling on a weekend.